So in this video, I'm going to show to you how you can format your Kindle books for paperback like a true darn professional. So let's get started. Hi there, this is Jordan Alexo talking from you from Portugal, and today I'm going to show to you how you can format your Kindle books for paperback. This is something that is boring, this is annoying, but it's a process that must get done because you certainly want to sell your books as a paperback because that is where you do most of your money. Of course, you can always pay someone to do this, but probably don't want it because you are under a budget or whatever is the case. And I'm going to show you how you can do this. I'm going to show to you the little secrets that I have when it comes to that. And also, if you haven't liked this video, please like it because this is going to be a very helpful video, and that always helps my videos better rank inside of YouTube, get more people watching them, and getting more people educated about how they can do all funny stuff when it comes to Kindle publishing. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can receive my weekly video updates where I share with you plenty of tips related to Kindle publishing and several strategies so you can make a shit ton of money in online or in the internet or whatever. So let's get started now. Let's get started. Anyway, this is my book. This is the book that I showed to you or other people on my previous video, and where I explain how you could format your book for Kindle publishing, just for the virtual format. If you still haven't watched that video, make sure to watch it. You can click on that small eye that you will see on the either on the top right or top left side of my screen. Not sure, click over there so you can watch that other video, because if you want to format your books for paperback, it all starts by having a good formattation of your book when it comes to the Kindle version. It all starts from there. Then once you have that all done, then once you pass to the paperback, everything just gets easier. Okay, so when it comes to software, I also explained this in my other video. When it comes to the software that I'm using this software called WPS. You can go to their website. It's similar to Word. It's free. Don't pay anything. Or if you already have another one, you can use another one. It doesn't matter how long as it gets the job done. Okay, so this is my book. I already formatted this book for Kindle. Basically, what you need to do when it comes to Kindle is simply clean your book from all of the necessary formatting. Okay, if you see like I actually explained this in my previous video, but if you see like a small dot over there because I gave a spacing, you want to clean that. You want to clean any kind of enters that you find along your book. You also want to include page breaks anytime that you want to pass your content to the another page. For example, you pass from chapter 1 to chapter 2. You want to include a page break, and you don't want something like this with a bunch of enters that sometimes when it comes to some writers, they actually do this. And if you're wondering the team of writers that I'm using at the moment to get my books done, it is called the Writer Solutions. I recommend for you to use this company because they get books done with high quality that look fantastic. And I'm going to leave a link right below, and also make sure, because if you get from my link, you can use that small coupon that I have and get a 5% discount. It is small, but it is a discount, and it's always worth it. Okay, so this is already well formatted for Kindle. That is the first part. That is the part that I explained in my previous video. Now let's see how you can get this book formatted for paperback. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is you want to go to page layout. You want to go to page layout and you want to check size. Okay, this is with the WPS Writer. Now, if you have Office, I'm not sure, but both softwares are very, very similar. So it's probably not that hard for you to figure it out. And you go to sizing and you want to go to more paper sizes. And the sizing that I like to use for all of my books, okay, is 6 by 9. Okay, 6 by 9 is the sizings that I always use for all of my books. Okay, then you go to margins, and over here, this is where the funny thing starts happening. So you want to put the right sizing so you have everything well done and looks beautiful and amazing. So when it comes to this is always the same sizings that I use. I think this is 0.57, okay, for top. Left, I use a 0 point or 0 how you call this, comma, whatever, a 91, okay, 0.91 for left. Bottom, I use 57, I mean 0.57, and right, I use 0.57. So this is the sizings that I use for my margins. Okay, when it comes to all of the rest, I just leave it as it is, and you want to make sure that you apply to whole document. So basically, this is what you need to do here, and you just press OK, and you can see that it immediately reduces your whole book, and you can see with this margins, everything looks immediately fine. It looks good. It looks professional. Okay. Now, what you want to do is, sometimes because of Kindle, you have over here this title looking way too large, and what you want to do is just decrease the sizing a bit. So you just select what you want, and let's decrease this to 26 pixels, and over here I'm going to decrease this to let's try 16 pixels, and here to, let's try 12 pixels. And probably, yeah, this looks good. This looks good. You might want to give a bit more spacing over here, so it will center more in the page and look a bit better. I'm just going to leave it this way. This looks good. Okay, this looks good. When it comes to passing your book to paperback, the characters that you leave aren't that important compared to Kindle, because you need to have when it comes to Kindle, you need to have the right formatting and not unnecessary characters appearing. Otherwise, your book looks weird. But this is what I do to the front page. The table of content you also need to change. And if you are wondering the font family that I'm using, because you probably didn't watch my previous video, I'm using Georgia, and for body or the content, the normal content, I'm using 12 pixels. Okay, this is the font that I commonly use. This is often the font family and the formatting that I get my books done and that I receive my books. So it's something, or Calibri is also another font that I often use for my books. Okay, so if you have your book well done, everything looking good, now what you want to do is you need to remember that this is a paper book, and I actually like to decrease the sizing over here. I'm just pressing the control, and I'm using the wheel of my mouse, the scroll wheel or whatever we call this, so I can just zoom out and see the several pages. What do you want to do so this will look good? Because you can see that once you pass your book to paperback, what happens is this is your front page, and then once you turn your page, or actually to this side, once you turn your page, what you will see is the table of content in the back page of the front page where you have your title, and that simply doesn't look good. Okay, so what you want to do is just give one page over here, so just add an empty page over here. So what happens is once someone turns the page, okay, they see the back of your page empty, and that just makes your book look a bit more professional. Then they will see on the left side of your book the table of content. Okay, so they turn your page, they see the empty back side and the table of content appearing on the right page. And this is something that you really need to See, so this is the right page. Then once that person turns the page, they will see after the table of content, they will see the copyright page. If you want, you can also put over here an empty page in this case. So once someone turns your page, they will see the copyright page on the right side. I often do this. So I'm just going to give over here another page break. Okay. And now, once someone turns this page, and everything looks good this way, because once someone turns your table of content page, they will see the copyright page appearing on the right side. Once they turn that page, they will still see a bit of the copyright page appearing on that back page, and then they will see the introduction of your book appearing on the right side. So this is the formatting that I commonly use when it comes to my books, and this is something that it took some experience for me to get this done. It can get a bit time consuming if you don't know this little tricks, because you need to then upload to Amazon. Then you see that your book doesn't look that good. Then you need to go back to WPS Writer or whatever test editing software that you are using. But this is the formatting that I use in the beginning. So over here, this is the front page. Then I have the back side of my front page empty. Then the table of content appearing on the right side, and so on, empty over here. And basically, this is how I always start my books. Okay, so once that is done, the other thing that you want to make sure that you do is over here when it comes to images. I explained this in my previous video, but if you include images inside of your book, which is something that I always recommend for you to do because it makes your books look more interesting. And before you even ask, yes, I publish my books in black and white, okay? Because when it comes to publishing books with images with colors, it's just way too expensive and you simply won't be able to make money with them. So when it comes to images, what you want to make sure is when you are formatting your book for Kindle, you want to make all of your images with 300th resolution. This is extremely important because once you pass to paperback, this is the resolution that you need for all of your images. Otherwise, Amazon simply won't accept your book. Okay, so let's go. Make sure that you have all of your images set at that specific resolution. Now, the thing that you want to do over here is you want to select your image because as you can see that it's just passing the border of my page, and once you pass your book to Amazon, they simply won't accept your book. Okay, so you want to just decrease the sizing of all of your images when it comes to the paperback. So you go over here, this is WPS for Word. I'm not sure how you can do this, but you certainly have an option for this. So you go to format, detail settings. This is the picture tools tab, and you go to size. And what I do is, since I have all of my images with the exact same sizing, actually the sizing that I use for my image over here is 800 pixels by 600 pixels. So I have all of the images inside of my book with exactly the same sizing, which allows me to turn the whole process a lot easier because now I can reduce all of my images by percentage, and this allows me to have all of the images inside of my book with exactly the same sizing, and it doesn't look awkward. So you go over here to the size tab in the format auto shape, and you reduce this, let's say, to 60%. You can see that I have this this box selected, lock aspect ratio, and it immediately decreases the sizing of my image, so it looks good. I'm actually going to give over here a small spacing, just like this, okay? And basically this is what I do to all of my images. I go throughout my book. Each time that I'm able to, I find an image, I just reduce it to 60%, exactly the way that I showed to you. Now what you want to do is, if you formatted your book well for Kindle, there's not much that you need to do when it comes to its formatting, because pretty much everything is done. But you may want to check over here for some funny stuff. For example, over here, peer-to-peer, you can see that it just doesn't make sense for someone to get to the end of this page and see peer-to-peer over here. So I just give a few spacings. As I said before, when it comes to passing your book for paperback, the characters that you leave, or the necessary characters that you leave in your book, is not that important, okay? That is more for Kindle. So this is what I do. Go through my book. As you can see, since I zoom out, it's just easier for me to see the formatting of my book this way. Go through my book over here. This is not necessary. Heading 1. I'm going to remove this spacing just to have it. Okay, just to have it. If you did this well for Kindle, you don't need to do this. But I'm just checking things out, just like this. So this is basically what you do. Just see if you have anything that looks awkward. Just like I showed to you previously, the title appearing really in the bottom, it just doesn't make sense once you pass it to paperback. It's just better for you to pass that title to the next page. And basically that is what you do over here, okay? This is a heading 1, just like that. Okay, once that is done, what you want to do, once you see that all of the formatting of your book looks crazy good, what you want to do is you want to number your pages. Okay, this is there's a little trick to this. There is a little trick to this. What you want to do when it comes to numbering your pages, you don't want to start your front page already appearing with paging 1 on the bottom or on the top, wherever you want to put your pagination or whatever you call that. You want just to start it on the introduction of your book. So there's a trick when it comes to this, and I'm going to show you. So what you do is, once you go to your copyright page, you can see that you go to the very ending of your copyright page, and actually you have over here a page break, which I most likely will need to delete it. But you want to go to Insert tab, and you want to go to Breaks, and you want to select Next Page Section Break. This is the option that you want to select. Once you do that, you can see that that is what it did, but you want to delete this break over here because you don't need it. So everything will look good. You actually can't see it, but this is a, or it is, this is a section break. Okay, this is a section break. You need this in order for you to start over here the page 1. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to go to the bottom section of your page, the footer section, and you want to double click it so you can enter into this footer section. You can see that now it looks a bit different. Now what you want to do is you can go to Insert, but you don't need to do that. You can go over here to Insert Page Number. But the other thing that you need to do, and make sure that you do this, is you need to actually unlink over here this option. And actually I'm actually trying to find that option over here. Okay, actually it wasn't appearing because I clicked on the insert. But what you need to do is you want to click over here on the footer section, and you can see that you have this option that says link to previous page, which is this one, and you simply want to click on this option so it's not linking. Okay, it might be similar with Word, I'm not sure. It's pretty similar with Word. I actually already did this with Word. And now what you want to do is you want to insert page number. You can use this option, or you can also go to Insert, and you may want to use this option. To avoid any kind of complications, I just insert the number, the page number, in the center. Okay, because this just makes everything simpler, no complications, and so on. So I just insert the page number in the center over here. And also you want to make sure to select entire document for this. And you can see that at the moment it's starting with 7. I think it's a 7 over here. And actually what you want to do is you want to go to this previous page over here and you want to delete this. Actually, it's having a hard time deleting this. So you want to delete this over here. Just like this. Okay, you want to delete this because it actually was creating a page number on these previous pages, and you don't want page numbers appearing on those previous pages. Now you go to the introduction page, and what you want to do over here is you want to start this from 1. Okay, you want to start this from 1. Actually, I'm going to insert page number, and you can see that you need to go over here, insert page number, and start at 1, as you can see, because it was continue from the previous section. You don't want that. You want to start at 1. And actually, I'm going to do this again because I'm having over here a few problems when it comes to this, and I'm going to start at 1. For some reason this is doing awkward stuff, and I'm going to start this from entire document and start from, actually I think I selected the wrong option. You want to start, actually selected the wrong option over here. What you want to do is you want to go to page number, insert page number, and you want to start from current section, because this is the new section that you started your page, because actually that wasn't working well. Not sure why, but that wasn't working. But as you can see now, it looks good because this introduction is starting from page 1. And now what you want to do is simply add a table of content showing all of the pages inside of your book. So I'm just going to delete this one because this is for Kindle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to table of content, and I'm going to references, and I'm going to table of content, and I'm going to insert table of contents. And once you are here, what you want to do is you want to select a number of levels. You might want to select 2 levels for this. This means that your heading 2s will appear inside of your table of content, and in this case you don't need to use hyperlinks for this. Okay, this is not important. And you want to show page numbers in this case because this is a paperback book, and then you just press OK, and you can see that this is what I get. Actually, what you can see is this is my header 2, but it's not, you can't see over here a lot of header 2s because, or heading 2s, because actually didn't format that well. So that is the reason you can only see heading 1s appearing on my table of content. Now you just want to delete the necessary lines over here, such as the title of your book and also the table of content over here. Okay, and now it looks good. You can see that now it looks good. Introduction, starting at page 1, which is over here somewhere. Introduction. And once again, you may want to see how this looks like. Yeah, it's actually looking good because this will be, you always want to make sure if this looks good in the end. You can see this is the front page. Once someone turns the front page, they will see an empty page over here. The table of content will appear on the right side. Once someone turns that page, they will be able to see the copyright page. You may want to change this over here and just add a blank page so it will look better. So once someone turns the table of content, they will see the copyright page. Once they turn that, they will see the introduction appearing on the right side. So basically this is the formatting that I use. It's just this. And you want to check everything, see if it looks good in the ending. And then the thing that you want to do, this is quite important, and actually I forgot to mention this in my Kindle formatting book, my Kindle formatting video, is you want to save your file as a PDF. Okay, I found through experience that saving your file as a PDF seems to be always the best option, and it doesn't change much the formatting of your book. So you just go over here to the e-writer, you go to file, and actually you go to file and you want to export to PDF, just like that. There it goes. I find that PDF just keeps the formatting more, and once you, sometimes when you actually save your file as a doc and you upload a doc file, sometimes awkward stuff happens inside of Amazon. So PDF seems always to be the best option. That is all for this video. Now you know how you can format your books for paperback, so your books will look fantastic. People will purchase them. They won't complain about the formatting looking awkward or other kind of stuff. You will avoid getting negative reviews and all sorts of stuff if you do exactly the same process that I taught to you throughout this video. Please leave a like if you like this video, if you found it helpful. If you have any question related to this video, probably you have some amazing tricks to turn this process a lot faster and allow people to do this process in 2 minutes or so. If you have any questions, just leave it right below in the comment section. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can receive my weekly video updates where I share with you plenty of tips related to Kindle, how to make money online, and a lot more. Stay there, stay tuned with Jordan Alexo, and bye.